Hi, I'm Jennifer Miller. Welcome to Bodyweight Training. Thank you for joining me. We're going to do 45-second intervals of high-intensity interval training. So our first 45 seconds, we're going to get warmed up with side-to-side stepping squats. So take a giant step to the side, sink down into a squat, keep your chest lifted, and we'll just use these to kind of get our legs limber and ready to go for a good workout. So as you're stepping, make sure you step a little bit wider than your hips so you have a good deep squat. Keep your chest lifted and your core strong. So 45 seconds, you're about halfway there. After your 45 seconds of work, you'll have a 15-second recovery while I show you what we're going to do next. 5 seconds to go. Get a few more repetitions. Alright, so now take a quick recovery, and I'm going to show you, we're going to do some warm-up from a plank position. I'm going to have you come into a kneeling plank position. We're going to do 3 push-ups. Come on and start. 3 push-ups and a reach. So I'm going to have you kneel for now. We'll get up on the toes a little bit later. But for now, we're just warming up. So draw your belly button to your spine. As you come into push-up position, make sure your hands are wider than your shoulders. And as you reach, make sure your core is engaged to help stabilize through your trunk. Whew. I think we have time for one more. Nope. Alright, so coming back up to standing, we're going to do one more set of side-to-side squats. So come back up to a standing position. Start with your feet about hips distance apart in 2 seconds. Take a giant step. So make sure as you come through the middle that you're keeping your knees soft and you're just stepping together in the middle. So I can feel my body temperature coming up just a little bit, heart rate's coming up a little bit, and that's a good thing when you're getting warmed up. A little rehearsal of the exercises to come. For me, it helps is if I reach out to the front as I'm squatting down to counterbalance the weight and help me keep my chest lifted and stay upright. 5 seconds to go. Keep working till you hear the beep. Alright, so coming back down into our 3 push-up and a reach. I'm going to have you take your hands wide again. Take your knees wide if you were struggling on the reach. Tuck your tailbone gently and drop into your push-up. 3 push-ups and a reach. As you reach, draw your belly button to your spine. And bring your gaze just a little forward of your hands to keep your neck in good alignment. We are halfway there. Try to get a few more repetitions before you hear the beep. We have time for one more each side. So this side and this side. Whew, good work. Alright, coming back up to standing. Our second round here, we're going to do a one-leg burpee. So I'm going to have you shift your weight to one leg. The other leg is going to be suspended. And you're going to drop into a burpee. So it's down, back, in, jump. Down, back, in, jump. So the leg that's not touching the ground, you can jump up with that knee lifted and give yourself a little bit of power at the top. You're halfway there. Keep going. You've got time for maybe 2 more. Good work. Okay, with our one leg burpee, we're going to have a plank, side plank. So coming into a plank position, we'll do a push-up, and then we'll roll to side plank position. Ready, set, go. As you roll to the side, turn your whole body so your belly button faces the side wall. You have the option to put your knees down. You could do these from a kneeling position or stay up on your toes to challenge your upper body and your core a little bit more. Make sure when you drop down in your push-up, your hands are a little bit wide and your elbows go wide to the side. As you're turning, keep your belly braced, your abdominals engaged. You've got about 8 seconds. Stay strong. All right, coming back up to standing, we're going to go into our burpees on the other leg. Sorry. Had to blow my nose. All right, so other leg, burpee. Down, back, in, jump. So you have the option when you stand up, you could just stand up. But if you want the jump, I'm going to suggest that you bring this knee forward and up to help you get a little vertical lift. You're more than halfway there. Moving as quickly as you can. To challenge yourself, you've got 10 seconds. Let's try to do 2 more, maybe 3. Yep. Whew, good work. All right. Coming back down into your plank, side plank. So from the knees or up on the toes. Hands are a little bit wide, chest above your thumbs. So push up, side plank, push up, side plank, up to your toes if you're feeling ready. So you want to try to move your body in one unit. So you're not letting your hips drop lower than the rest of you. Keeping your whole body strong and straight and still. We've got about 10 seconds to go. Five seconds to go. Make this the last rep. Whew. All right, take your recovery. Get a few deep breaths. Next, we're going to come into a long jump for 45 seconds. I'm going to have you give yourself a little bit of space. You're going to jump as far as you can and then hop back. When you jump, land in a squat position. So bend your knees and jump down low in your squat. Try not to drop your chest. Chest stays up. Halfway there. Could you jump a little farther? I'm going to see if I can jump a little farther. Abs are still strong. Push through, push through. Last jump. Whew. All right, little recovery. Coming down to a seated position for a Russian twist. So, knees are bent. Take your elbows, lean to the backs of your sit bones, and just turn side to side. So, as much rotation as you can as you're turning side to side. It always helps me if I will look back over my shoulder to help me get a little deeper in my rotation. It will also help you to get more work if you lean back a little bit lower. As you're rolling side to side, see if you can take your gaze back and really get some good twisting through the spine. You've got about 4 seconds. Hang in there. All right, good work. One more set of long jumps. So clear the way. Take a few recovery breaths. Remember, when you jump, land on soft knees. Woo. Hang on. Woo. Timer problems. All right, go. Land on soft knees and squat low. So making a big jump, getting a lot of forward momentum on your jumps. Spring, land, and then hop back. You're halfway there. I don't know how many that was, but we're going to do that many more. You've got 10 seconds. Let's get 2 more. Make them far. Last big jump. Whew. Good work. Back to a seated position. So we're going to come back into the Russian twist. So this time, if you like, I'll give you the option to lift your heels off the floor. I'm going to keep mine down. As you roll side to side, remember, as much deep rotation as you can, leaning back as far as you can, but still able to keep the core engaged. And this time, if you'd like, challenge yourself a little bit more by trying not to rock through the hips. So if you're getting a lot of side to side in your hips, try to keep the hips still and let the work really come from the hips up. So your rotation is through the spine rather than the pelvis. Just a thought. Keep going, keep going. 5 seconds to go. Whew. Good work. Come on up. 15 seconds of good recovery. And we're going to come into a switch lunge. So coming back into a standing position. Wide stance. Split stance. 3, 2, 1, switch. 3, 2, 1, switch. Now it helps me if I raise my arms on the switch, helps me get a little height and helps me get that jump in order to be able to switch feet and land in a wide split stance. So what you don't want to do, you don't want your feet too close together. That will help you protect your knees. And what you do want to do is keep your lunges low. So you're low, 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 big jump up. Low, 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 big jump up. Whew, 5 seconds. Whew, good work. Okay. All right, so you need to have a wall. I have a post here that I'm going to use as a wall. We're going to come into a suspended plank position. So you're going to put your feet on the wall. Actually, I'm going to use my mat. You're going to put your feet on the wall for a plank position, taking your feet up a little higher if you can. And if you're feeling strong and stable here, you can walk your way up a little bit higher until you're coming into more of a handstand. And if you decide to come into a handstand, check to be sure your hands are not too wide apart and you've got a good long position in your arms. Your elbows are slightly bent, but not really bending too deeply. Tuck your chin and look back to the wall. Remember, your modification is a plank. All right, come on down. Whew, shake it out. One more set of switch lunges here. So, split your stance. Giant step back with that back foot. Chest is up. 3, 2, 1, pow. 3, 2, 1, pow. So on the pow, I want you up high. So imagine you're trying to reach up and touch the ceiling every time you jump. You're launching yourself off the ground, landing softly on 2 deep bent knees. A few more to go. Oh yeah, you've got 20 seconds. You're going to make it. I'm feeling these in both of my quadriceps. I know that they're working. because I feel them. Deep if you can. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Jump. 3, 2, 1. Finish. All right. One more set of handstands. So plank position or handstand position. Plank would be here, right? Or you could even plank with your feet on the floor instead if you don't want to come onto the wall or if you don't have a wall. So your option would be to plank on the floor in like a push-up position from your knees or your toes, or to use the wall to help you elevate your lower body and challenge your upper body. You're halfway there. Let me ask you this. Wherever you are, could you walk up just a little bit higher? Try it if you can. Find your way into the deepest handstand or inverted plank that you can. Keep tucking your chin. 3, 2, time. Whew. All right, this is our last sequence. So our last set, we're going to come into a curtsy lunge with just a one-sided curtsy lunge. So plant one foot, the other leg crosses back and taps. Cross back and tap. And for me, I like to have some opposition arms with this because it helps me find my balance. And you want to think about your movement really is vertical. So your body, the center of gravity, is dropping straight down to the floor. We're not really leaning side to side. If you're feeling strong and you'd like to extend that leg that's dropping into your lunge, that would be an option. Keep going. You've got 10 seconds. Get the last few reps that you can. Make these the best reps. Core is still strong. Chest is still lifting. Good, good, good. All right. Side hovers with rotation. So you're going to come onto one elbow. You're going to scissor your feet. I'm going to say put the top foot in front, and we're going to rotate toward the floor and then back to side hover. Rotate and back to side hover. As you turn your body, notice your belly button goes from side facing to floor facing and back to side facing. It would be an option to do these from one knee and then 2 knees if you feel like you need a modification. Side hover to a rotation. You've got 15 seconds. Let's try to get a few more good reps. Reaching a little deeper on these last few, if you can. All right. And we'll come up and do our curtsy lunges on the other side. So, mats out of the way. Plant one leg. Other leg will step back. 2, 1. Step back. Tap. So remember, you don't have to lift this leg. It's just an option. And those arms moving, you can kind of swing your arms however you feel is going to help you. But for me, it's opposition arms. So as my right leg steps back, my left arm swings back. Okay? So if you'd like to take it up a notch, little side kick, or it's kind of a hybrid kick, just a front kick, I guess, with that leg that's lunging back to challenge your balance and to challenge your core and all those muscles that help support your posture. So good posture, you know, will make you look 10 years younger. We should work on it anytime we can. All right, we're finishing up with side hover. So choose the other side. Come onto your elbow. Front foot or top leg should be in front. That'll help you when you rotate to have a place to land. When you reach under, see if you can reach farther than your rib cage. So past your back rib toward the back wall. And each time you come around, see if you can come into a good one-arm hover position. So you're really trying to turn your body. Remember, your option is to kneel and to come from a kneeling position. I'm going to stay on my toes because I feel like I can. There will be days that I can, and days that I can't, I just try to go with the flow and do my workout no matter what. Couple of more. Whew. All right, done. That was a good body weight training exercise. I hope that you had a good time, and I hope you'll join me again.